Welcome to Coffee with Patty, episode 11, which happens to be my lucky number. I would like to introduce you to my guest, Carlos Castro. He's our friend. He's been our friend for many years. And I wanted to have him on here because I think he has a really good story, and I think he could help people a lot with what he has to say. So, hi, Carlos.
Hello.
How you doing today?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Carlos is one of three brothers and has two sisters.
Right.
A beautiful wife, Sylvia, who's my friend too, and two sons, Jason and Kevin. So tell us a little bit about your childhood and where you came from.
I came from a tiny little island called Taboga, which I spent most of my childhood in there. Beautiful place. They don't even have cars.
No cars.
The only thing you can do is just walk in, enjoy the big ocean, which I was lucky to live in front of the beach. And my backyard was the big ocean in front of me. So that was my view every morning.
Well, let me tell you a secret. My husband and I went to his island with him. Was it last year or 2 years ago?
Last year.
Last year. It was so beautiful. It was like heaven. I remember we went swimming in your ocean, and it was just so peaceful and just such a beautiful place, and the people there are so beautiful. So I can attest to that. Mm-hmm. So tell us a little bit about your childhood and the type of things you did when you were there.
Well,
what was the name of the island again?
Taboga.
Okay.
Well, basically what you do in an island is just go out, swim, have your friends. There was no competition of anything. You know, when you have friends, and there's always a competition. Who's best? In this case, was such a beautiful place where you can just enjoy your life. Mm-hmm. There's nothing to ask for it. You had it all.
Yeah.
And materialistically, you didn't have anything, but I mean, you had a beautiful life. You got this big ocean, the jungle, and the friends. It was just, if I would have to say something bad about my childhood on that island, I can't imagine what could it be.
Yeah, everybody was like one. You were a community of people, and you
like
all
a big old family. Yes.
Like a big family.
Yes.
I could see how that was.
If anything happens to anybody, I think everybody will get affected.
Yes, like you almost dying. Jumping into the water that time. You told us about that.
Well, that was when I obviously you're in an island. What's your first hobby? Fishing. Mm-hmm. So my dad was a fisherman at the time, and I just wanted to do what he loved to do. Mm-hmm. He didn't want us to be like that because he said it was too dangerous.
Right.
So yeah, there was a time where I was coming back. I was in my 16, 17 years. We were coming back from a long day of fishing. I remember we did it good that day. And on the way back, we usually go in the mornings and we come back at night. Mm-hmm. So when we came back, it was just close to shore. And I had one guy looking at the front of the boat. I was on the back. Because when you're at night, at those times, we didn't have compass, we didn't have lights, nothing. It was just our own vision. Mm-hmm. So you have to make sure that there's nothing in front of you. So I was looking at the ocean, and next thing you know, there was a wave, small, smooth wave, hit the side of the boat. And I kind of tilt over. This is a 20 feet long boat, so it's not one of those luxury huge boats. No, it was a wood, little canoe.
And how many people were in the boat? Four. Okay.
Yeah. 4 at the time. 2 were sleeping, 1 was driving the boat, and I was looking just to make sure that we don't hit anything. Mm-hmm. So this wave came out of nowhere, and it just tilted the boat a little bit, enough for me to just fall over. Don't forget, those times, at that time, there was raining, so I had to use my yellow coat with my boots and everything, to cover myself. So fell to the water, I just went all the way in. Next thing you know, everything is black.
Mm. Are you under the water?
Under the water, yes. Okay. Everything is black and it's so quiet. So obviously what I was trying to do is I was trying to swim to go up again. So what I didn't know was that I was swimming down because gravity pushed you down. So instead of going up, I was swimming hard to go up, but I was actually going down. So
How
it was
scary.
Yeah, it was
going. So scary.
It was deeper and deeper and deeper until I figured it out that Everything was quiet. Then I forgot to breathe. I didn't even know that I had to breathe. So everything is just, and that moment you forget about everything. So the first thing that came in my mind was my mom, my dad, and my brothers. So they were all looking at me. And a funeral.
Oh, God.
like this is the time where I have to say goodbye. But when all of this happened, there was no stress, there was no panic.
You were peaceful.
I was peaceful.
You were ready to go.
I was ready.
Yeah.
At that age,
At
for somebody
17.
to say I'm ready, I mean, that doesn't make sense. But it was so nice, so quiet, so everything that I don't know if I accepted, and I just let go. So I stopped swimming. I remember I just stopped.
You let go.
I let my hands go. And when I opened my arms, I still remember when I opened my arms, I felt something in my right hand.
Oh.
Something touched me, right? So as soon as I felt it, I closed my hands. And next thing you know, it pulled me. It was pulling me all the way to the top. When I got to the top, one of the guys whose name was Jose. He was pulling the anchor.
He was pulling the anchor?
Yes.
So you were holding on to the anchor?
I was holding to the rope.
Oh.
Yeah. So what he did is he threw the anchor, hoping that I can feel it and grab it and then
it didn't
pull
hit
myself.
you.
It didn't hit me. Like I said, when I opened my arms, I felt the rope. So I grabbed it into it. But at that point, I still didn't know what was going on.
Wow.
I don't know for how long, but I'll
Yeah.
tell you later.
Yeah.
So as I grabbed it, they pulled me up. So when I was up there, I saw everybody crying.
Oh.
According to them, they say it could have been more than 5 minutes. You know, at that age, you can hold your breath for 4 minutes
Really?
at the most, but they say it was more than
5 minutes?
More than 5 minutes. So obviously everybody was crying. They pulled me in, and I say I'm okay.
Oh, God. They were probably so surprised.
They were surprised, yeah, and that was the end of it. I mean,
Yeah.
It was just. As of today, I'm thinking, what happened? It's just blessings. God
Yes.
told me it's not your time.
It's not your time yet.
And I think I kind of know why, because through the years you learn, okay, this is why this didn't happen the wrong way. And maybe you're here for a reason.
Yep.
And I learned that through the years.
Yep. Yeah. So that's quite a interesting story. So you were 17 and you did the fishing until you were 17, and then you moved to the other island or to the other
To Panama City.
Panama City to go to high school.
Yes, to go to high school because they didn't have high school on the island. And so we, as a matter of fact, we kept fishing. So
Even when you were in high school, you still fished?
Yes.
Okay.
On Sundays, Saturdays and Sundays, yeah, we go and fish.
Okay.
Because it was our passion. Everybody in Panama, I mean, my dad was a fisherman, so that's what we wanted to do. My dad said, no, you got to do something else. You got to study and you got to get your career going. Obviously, my mom didn't want us to fish because it was dangerous.
I know there were times that you guys didn't come back on time and your mom was really, really worried.
360 boats will leave in the morning or at night.
360 boats. That's
One
a lot.
time, only 300 and out of the 360, I think 356. It was like six boats. Didn't return the
Didn't
next
return.
day.
Oh.
The problem is that I wasn't one of them. And to make it worse, it was me and my two brothers.
Oh, just the three of you.
So can you imagine my mom?
Oh. So how long did it take you to get back? How many?
We got lost because our motor broke down.
Oh.
So right in the middle of the ocean, there was a big storm. You couldn't even see your hands. If you put your hands like this, you can't see your hands. So that's how severe was that storm.
Oh.
Then the motor went off. We couldn't turn it on. So what we do at that time is we usually what we do, we have this big 5-gallon tanks of gas, and they were empty because there was only one full and 3 empty ones because we use all the gas. You know, on the way back we only need 5 gallons. So I remember my two brothers tied the empty buckets into our waist. And we pray and we say, if this is the last time, that's it. So that was like a backup plan in case something would have happened with the boat.
That would have been your life jacket.
Yes.
Yeah.
We float. And those times, so you don't care about sharks.
Right.
Because that's not in your head. I mean, you're in the ocean all your life. You never got an encounter with a shark, so it's fine.
What were you worried about then?
Float.
just
If
to
I
float?
float in the middle of the ocean, somebody will come and take me.
So you weren't scared?
No,
That's good.
no, we were not.
Yeah.
My three brothers we knew what to do.
You knew what to do.
Yeah. So after that, then there was another boat approach us, then another one and another one. So I think it was about 3 boats. So we all got together.
Mm-hmm.
They were okay, but they were only lost. We had an issue with the engine.
All
It
right.
didn't work. So what we ended up doing is we ended up tying all the 3 boats.
Mm-hmm.
And at low speed, we headed it forward, which we didn't know where to. So we just had to just go really slow against the waves. So we knew that if we go against the wave, we'll go to shore somehow. So we came clean. We got home, and my mom was there, and it was like, it was crazy. I mean,
bet it was crazy.
But the thing is, in those times, you don't know how dangerous it is. I know my mom was almost dying.
Oh, yeah.
For us, it was just like adventure, like, we got lost on the ocean. It didn't
When
go.
you're kids, it's a little different.
Yeah. When you don't have kids, you think you're
invincible.
Invincible. Yeah. I can do whatever I want.
Yep. You told me you used to say something to the Army people out there. What did you say to them?
That's when we went back to Chorrera, which is the place where I used to go to the high school.
Mm-hmm.
Again, on the island we had an ocean, but on Chorrera we had the city, which is jungle. Panama is jungle all over the place. So we used to have a bike. Me and my friends, we used to go, bike in the afternoon. So we used to go to this pass where we were not supposed to, and it's where the Army will come and pass through they have convoys. I guess they do exercises or whatever they have to do, right? So we used to go there, and obviously we had to learn the easy thing to eat.
Right.
So the key was to ask American soldiers for food. How do you do that? You don't speak English.
Right.
So we quick learned how to ask for food.
Who taught you?
My friend told the other friend, told the other friend, and told the other friend, this is what you should do.
This is what you say.
Yeah. So you should say, give me ration.
Give me ration.
And trust me, they will throw something at you and you're going to like it.
Yeah, because it's different than the food you have on the island.
Yes. We're looking at, nice
Spam and
chocolate,
stuff.
Spanish. It was delicious. It was delicious. So they will look at us. I mean, we're just local people. They know we're not threat or anything to them. So they will just throw cans.
Yeah, so that's
so as they're driving and we're on the bike and screaming, give me ration, give me ration. We don't speak English, but we knew by saying give me ration, I know I was going to get something. So they will just throw, smiling at us, and they would throw cans on the floor. We picked them up, and sure enough, I think my best one was the chocolate one.
The chocolate.
Yeah.
Hershey, was it Hershey's chocolate?
It
or
was
is
around.
Oh.
Once you open the can, it's inside.
Oh, chocolate was inside the can?
Yes.
Oh.
Everything was in a
Everything was in
silver
a can.
with the pop-up. You have to open it, and it's a surprise because every can was different size, and whatever you get, you eat.
You just try it.
So I tried the chocolate one. We loved it.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, so that was my
That was your one bit of English you knew?
Without ocean.
Yeah, the adventure.
Yes,
yeah.
Without the ocean.
Yeah. So do you have any other memories that you want to talk about when you were a child? How old were you when you came to America?
20.
20?
20, yeah.
Okay.
1920.
Do you have any other memories from back there?
It was adventures, unless you want to hear another adventure.
Oh, a lot of adventures.
Yeah.
But what did your sisters do? Because your brothers fished. So what did your sisters do?
My sisters were young at the time, so they were just studying.
Oh, studying.
Being home, help mom. Because what happened is, since my dad was a fisherman, he used to leave the house for 2 months, 3 months, which for us was a big deal.
Yes, that's a long time.
Every time Dad leaves, we go to the place where he takes the boat, and he leaves. Everybody cries. All my sisters and brother, my mom, everybody cry because we know once he leaves, it's probably 3 months.
It's a long time.
3-4 months, yeah. So my mom had to do mom and dad at the same time, and she was really strict. And knowing how hard my dad works, I think we kind of behave. Besides, when we live in the island,
I hope so.
There was no. When you live in an island, there's no evil. I don't know how to call it, but there was no.
If it's more pure, like.
Yes, there's nothing that you want. Like if your friend has something, you don't want to have something even better than this guy because everybody shares the same things, which is the big beach and the ocean and the animals and the adventures to bike, walk, and just peaceful. It was such a peaceful place that actually when we went back, nothing changed.
Wow.
After 30 years,
Yeah.
the island's still the same.
Everybody's one and no one's competing with each other. They're not tainted by the outside world
Right.
of competition.
And there's still no cars after 30 years.
Still no
they
cars.
only have the golf cars going back and forth.
Yep.
Which is it's pure. So
It is.
I was happy. I was happy when I saw the island again.
Well, let's fast forward to when you met Sylvia. And how old were you then?
I was into the probably 25.
25. Is that before or after you worked at Lazy Boy?
Lazy Boy, no, that was after. Lazy Boy was my second job. I think my first job was a bus boy.
Okay.
It was an Italian restaurant, which was funny because again I speak English.
Yep.
So what do? I go to a place where they don't speak Spanish or English.
Right. That would be really hard to. You have to do a lot of, hand gestures and stuff.
So that was my first job, and my dad kind of organized the people working there. So I kind of have a little help from him there. So what we used to do is we used to live all together because on the island we used to live all together.
So you were used to it. So
Yeah,
when you came here, where did you live? Where did you?
Granada Hills.
Granada Hills?
In San Fernando Valley. So we kind of did the same thing that we did on the island. We got a house and we all lived together. So the way we can help was we go to work. Here's my money, Dad, because at that time money didn't mean anything to us. What it means a lot to us was that we were coming home and Mom was there, Dad was there. He's not a fisherman anymore.
Yeah.
So we kind of spend more time with them. They cooked, we all work, and then we all pitched in, and it was easy to live in a house with all the bills paid for.
Right.
Because everybody was
helping each other.
It's funny because they Wells Fargo, they told my dad, "Wow, you must have a good family because every 2 weeks you come with
a lot of money,
a lot of checks."
Yeah.
From
So
all
how many
your
people
kids.
were living there? The 6 kids and Mom and Dad. So 8 of you.
Yeah, 8 of
Okay.
us. Yes. Yeah. So and everybody had their own role. My dad used to put us to, there's days where I have to clean the dishes. There's days where my sisters have to clean, vacuum and help Mom.
So you had a schedule at home. Everybody did something.
Yes. And even at the oldest age, we were pretty much 20 plus, and we still respect the values of the house and why are we doing it. And if we had a girlfriend, she had to come home and she had to understand that this is how we live. We're together, and when the time comes that you have to move away, then you leave. But at least you have all those.
And the whole
values with
family follows you. No.
No.
Like my
little
big
ba-
fat Greek wedding. It's like everybody shows up at the same time. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really great. So I was, when you and I were talking, I really liked the story you told about when you worked at Lazy Boy. So would you like to tell the story?
Lazy Boy was my third job. I think first was a bus boy in an Italian restaurant, and I think Lazy Boy was my second job.
Your second job?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got there through my brother-in-law. He recommended me to these 2 couples, really nice couple, and did the interview, and the lady really loved me and said, "Yeah, we want Carlos." So I worked there for 4 years.
4 years. Oh.
3 to 4 years, I think. Obviously making the minimum wage.
What was minimum wage back then?
$2.95 a week.
$2.95.
Yeah.
Two,
After taxes.
oh, $2.95 a week?
I think I was making 3 something, but after taxes, my check, I remember clearly my check was $2.95.
And how many hours were you working?
8 hours.
8 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was okay. It was enough to pay what I have, which is just the normal insurance, food or whatever.
Gas,
go
all
to
that
the
stuff.
girlfriend, movies, and that's it. Because most of the things that we already had at our home with the family.
Right.
So this is just extra money.
That's helpful.
That's
Yeah.
after the restaurant, yeah.
After the restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you told me a story of you saw this guy that was collecting the cardboard every day, and then on Christmas, I think it was like a couple days before Christmas, he was super excited to be with his family. So do you want to tell it or should I?
I can tell it. Yeah, this guy, he will come every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks.
Because what we agreed to is, instead of us throwing away the cardboard, because Lazy Boys, they come in big boxes, heavy duty cardboard, which is good for them because he collected cardboard for a living. So Christmas came, and 2-3 days before that, we had to work. And I saw him. He was so excited. I mean, he was collecting all the cardboard, cutting, and he was so neat, clean, which I liked. And when he was done picking up whatever he had to go, because he even asked me, "What are you guys doing?" And then he replied, "Yeah, I'm going to be with my family." So when he said that, something clicked on me, like, okay, he's a good person. He's not collecting cardboards to go, buy alcohol or nothing, but he never looked like he was a guy who drinks. So it kind of clicked on me, like, wow. So it's not just us, people around me, everybody's nice. So I remember I got paid. We did a delivery. I stopped at the bank and I cashed my check, $295. So by the time he was done picking up most of the cardboard, he put it in his truck and he was backing up. I approached him and I said, my boss is giving you a present. And he's like, "Oh, really?" So I give him $50. The reason why I did it is because I didn't want him to feel that I was the one giving it to him.
Out of respect.
Out of respect, yeah. And I knew, not even my coworker knew. So it was just me looking around, giving the $50. And let me tell you, for $295 and you take 50 out, it's a lot of money. So I obviously needed it. And I think one time I did mention to you, when you give something that you don't have, it's even better. I think it's a feeling that you can't explain it.
Right.
Because you're giving something and you don't have a lot, but you're sharing. I mean, this guy is not my mom, my dad, my brothers.
Right.
But I felt that I had the same feeling as my whole family. So give it to him. He said thank you, tell him thank you, and he left. That's it. End of the story. I went home, nothing happened there. I think the next day or the following day, I don't remember because we had some time off. I don't know if it was Christmas. But the owner of the company, he came to me and said,
I know what you did.
Somebody came and said thank you to me. I didn't know. I didn't know what he was talking about at the time. But when he said the cardboard box guy, I'm like,
oh no.
I think I made a mistake. That's what I said inside myself. Because at some point, am I in trouble because I used his name?
Right.
Or what's going to happen? I didn't know. So he said, this is something that should come from me. And I'm shocked. I'm surprised at what you did. And he left it like that. Then the second day, he came over to me and he said, because he goes to this big church, Christian church, with his wife. And the next day or 2 days after, I don't remember how exactly it happened, but he came to me and said, "Carlos, you know what? It's called testimony, right? I stand up in front of the whole church. And I told them what you had done." And I'm like, well, to me, it was just a simple transaction. I helped him. That's it. But he made me realize that I did something big, right? Without me knowing. Because to me, it wasn't that much. And he said, you know what? Everybody heard what I said. They even wanted to see you in church. They wanted you to come. So they asked me to invite you to come, which I never did because things changed.
Right.
I had to change jobs, and then I went into construction after that. But he said to me, "You're going to be okay. We all going to pray for you."
Yeah. So I really liked that story. I think that teaches you a lot, that if you do something for others, then it's such a good thing.
Yeah.
And
you live it like that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because you wanted it to be a secret, but he found out, and it made him think, and probably the whole church think. It's like, oh, this young kid gave money to somebody, and we should do the same thing. We should help people too. So I love that story. There's another really cool story that's something that happened at 3 a.m. in the morning one night. You want to tell that story?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess when you grow up, things change in your life, priorities. You have to pay bills. You have to think about your kids. College might come soon when you least expect it. So I have to move a little faster, right, to provide for my family. At that time, I went to school. I had to learn English. I mean, I know it's not 100%, but
I think you're doing really good.
I learned on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to school. I said I want to do it in English, even though I failed a couple of times because the words I couldn't understand really well. But at the end, I learned how to kind of manage the language. So passed my test.
Your what test?
General contractor.
So you're a general contractor. So
Yes,
that's a big deal.
Yeah,
It's not easy
yeah.
to get.
You have to pass business and law. Then you have to pass the trade. Since I'm a general contractor, I have to know everything about construction, right? All the trades, not just one. It made it even hard. But there was a teacher that, and he approached me, and he said, "Why would you want to do only drywall license? Maybe you should go into the full construction. Why not?" And he didn't even have to say it twice. I said, "Yeah, why not?"
Sure, I'll learn English, and I'll learn every single trade that you
Yeah, I learned how to elevators go up and down. I mean, engineering and all of that. And like I say, it was hard for me, but I was able to manage, and I passed all the tests that I had to pass. And it was funny because at the time, and this stays in my head, at school there was about 30 contractors going to school to learn how to pass the test. So out of the 30, he asked. The teacher came inside the room and said, "I want 3 of you to stand up." And me, being so nosy, I stand up. 1, then 2, 3, like 4 guys stand up. And then he said, "Okay, the one they're sitting down, you all gonna fail. And the one they stand up, you all gonna, succeed."
Was that before the test?
Before the test.
Oh.
And we asked why. And he said, "Well, to become a contractor is not just having the license. There's a lot of things going. The most important part is your ethics. With the right ethics and the right management, you guys are going to survive." Because they were saying at the time that only 15% of the contractors will succeed. The other percentage, because they don't know how to manage money, and they get greedy, and they don't know how to control stress and all of that.
Right.
And yeah, I learned that. So that's how I became a general contractor.
Okay.
And I started working with small jobs, one at a time, until, I don't know, my clients loved me. They wanted to refer me to somebody else. And it got to the point where I was doing 2, 3 projects at the same time.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. And it took a lot of time. I was coming home late. I was not spending the time that I was supposed to be spending at home, but I need the money.
You needed the money. And I know you're a perfectionist, so every job you were probably really carefully doing, not just slapping it together or whatever, but
yeah. Going back to ethics, you cannot touch this money for this project because this is separate. You can't be mixing all of that. So I was pretty good at managing all of that. So bottom line is my life changed for what I just said, that you when you grow up, you start needing more because you have a family to support and all of that. So then the silence stress came to me. Now, I came from an island, which we don't even know what stress is.
Right.
It doesn't exist. Then I went to Panama to go to high school. Again, stress didn't exist. So I came here. My whole family is with me. We all together. Where's the stress? So no stress. So as I was growing, then I learned that word, and it hit me to the point that I had something else that I didn't even know that exists, which is anxiety attacks. I didn't know I had that. So one night, it was at 3 in the morning. My heart, at 3 in the morning, yes, my heart started beeping fast.
Really fast.
Like, like when you're running and you stop. And I can hear and I can feel my
Like it
chest
woke you
going.
up?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So it started slow and then it went fast and fast and fast and fast and faster. So what is the first thing I think? It's my heart. I'm dying. It's a heart attack. I mean, what else it could be? I don't know.
Right.
I was never sick, so it's a heart attack. So I run to the living room because I have my bedroom and my kids are right next to my bedroom. And I just didn't want them to hear what was going on. So I went to the living room and I noticed that my heart was beeping even faster. So I couldn't control it. It was just, even though I tried it, no. The more I tried, the faster the heartbeat was going. So my wife came to me and said, what's going on? I just explained, I think I'm dying. I'm having a heart attack.
Yeah.
I don't know
That's scary.
how can I explain that? I'm having a heart attack. So do me a favor, don't wake up the kids. Because if I die, I don't want them to see me
Like that.
the way I'm doing. I mean, scared, I don't want them to see that. So she went and got a glass of water and she gave it to me. I drank the water and little by little.
She was really calm. She helped you
calm,
out.
Yeah. She was calm.
Yeah.
She was calm and next thing you know, obviously it took some time, but I noticed it was going down. It was going down. So at the point where I knew if I think about it, it will come back again. So I tried to just forget, put it on the side. I'm going to sleep. Thank God I'm not dying. So the next day, obviously, is an issue that I have to figure out what it is. So I go to the doctor. They put this stuff in my chest. They lay me in bed. And this was just a clinic in Downey. So as I'm laying down, I see the nurses back and forth talking. No, it needs to be done now. We have to do it now. And I'm like, what's going on? And then the main doctor walked into my room and said, you need to go to the Kaiser as an emergency. Like, what's going on? No, you need to go. I talked to the cardiologist and he's waiting for you.
Oh, wow.
Right away.
So that was serious.
It was emergency.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
emergency.
I don't think they couldn't just book something like that. So they took me to the ER, and they put me in a bigger machines. They put me something in my mouth and put me a bunch of wires, and they put me to run this machine as fast as I could. And then they told me to stop. They stopped the machine. As soon as they stopped, I was obviously tired and for running for like, I think it was 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I don't remember. So they stopped me and then they put me on the bed, put me down, checked my heart. And I remember the doctor saying, these doctors, I don't know why they waste my time.
Oh, really?
And I looked at him and said, you know what, you have nothing. There's nothing wrong with your heart.
Heart's 100%.
Yes, your heart's fine. So there was another person that I think deals with stress people. I don't know how that works. So he came to me and he told me, you know, you have anxiety attacks. This is what's going on with you. You just have to relax. Don't worry about it. They give me a small pill that I'm supposed to put under my thumb when that happened again. So at that point, I realized, I mean, I'm not dead.
You're not dying.
All this happened.
Yeah.
I don't want it to happen again. This is either a wake-up call or somebody's telling me to, you got to work on yourself.
It sounds to me that they made you more anxious. Instead of helping you, they gave you more anxiety. You could have had a heart attack. It sounds like to me.
Well, I went home.
Sheesh.
I went home and I started research. I started looking for, what's stress? What is that?
What is
How come
stress?
I didn't know about stress? Yeah. So I find out that there's a lot of things that you can treat it, starting with the way you eat, the way you sleep. Obviously, with so much contracting and going back and forth, I didn't have a sleep. Every time I go to sleep at night, I'm thinking, what am I going to do on the next project? And I have issues in this project, and it just goes on and on and on.
Yep.
So at that time, I realized, okay, I'm going to do something. I'm really like, when I have to make changes, first of all, I learned how to love myself. I love myself. And if I have a cut, anything that I have in my body, physically or mentally, I have to fix it.
Take care of yourself.
Take care of myself, yeah. And So I researched through why do I need to eat, what kind of exercises I need to do. I'm a swimmer, so obviously I come from the islands. So I
Right.
love to swim. I
Swimming
stopped that
sounds
because my
perfect.
priority at the time was construction.
Right.
So I didn't have time to go swimming. And I put it all together. I even researched this guy that does this system, the breathing system.
Dr. Whale.
Dr. Well, yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he teaches you something simple. And what I like about him is that he said, this is so simple and it's free. I'm like, wait a minute, let me look into it. And it works. At the point that I recommend it, and I even tell my kids, especially.
So
my
tell
older
us about
ones.
it. It's so simple, I know.
It's real simple. I mean, the guy basically teach you how to see this whole issue with stress. It's in your head, right? And it's in your system, your nervous system. And how do you fix that? Through breathing techniques. I think when I was having that stress, that panic attack, if I would have known about this,
Yeah.
it would have calmed me down. I would have had that breathing system. I would have think about me, and I think it will not got that far. But now that I know, I use that system, and it helps me a lot. Not just that. Don't forget, you have to be careful what you eat. You have to be careful. Me, I like to sleep well. I don't care if there's a party. If it's 9 o'clock, 9:30, I gotta go to bed.
Got to go to sleep.
People make fun of me, but
Sleep
I
is healing.
do not care.
That's one of my favorite things to do now.
Yeah.
I love to sleep. Yeah. So with the breathing, I looked it up. It's like you inhale for 4 seconds, and then you hold your breath
For 7 seconds.
for 7 seconds, and then
And
exhale for
exhale for 8 seconds.
So I was trying that, and it does help.
Yeah.
It really does work.
It's something that you have to do it for, I will say, 3 months, because most people have the habit of, oh, this is not working. No, it doesn't work like that. It's a habit. It's a habit that I think I don't need it, but I still do it because I don't know. Sometimes you feel like you're heavy, you're bloated, and you do that system. It's just like it gets all the pressure out of your body, and then you relax.
So how often do you do it?
Twice a day.
Twice a day, like in the morning?
8 repetitions. I do it in the morning when I'm driving, which I don't recommend.
No,
because-
no. You don't want to
Yes.
get too relaxed when you're
well,
driving,
the thing
right?
is, at the beginning when I was doing it, you get dizzy.
You get a little dizzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be driving and get dizzy at the
Right.
same time. So I do it in the mornings and I do it at night. The thing with me, and I think this works different with different people. With me, if I do it at night, I pass. I mean, I
You
fall
go right
asleep
to
in
sleep.
3 seconds. And my wife now knows that when I'm breathing, she knows he's done in 3
He's
seconds.
ready. Yeah. And then when you swim, do you swim for an hour, or is that in the morning when you swim, or when do you,
No, usually I do it like if you have days off, I take advantage of that.
and you go
Sometimes
swim?
when I come from work, again, I don't stress myself at work that much like before. So yes, I go to after work sometimes, not all the time.
Yeah.
And I swim for 1 hour. And when I say swim, it's just back and forth.
Back and forth.
Yeah, obviously
Swimming's
now-
great.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really good. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that sounds like really good advice. It's super simple, but when I talk to you, you wake up at 5:30, and then you have your breakfast, and then you eat your lunch at 12, and then you eat your dinner before 6, and you go to bed at 9, and I think you're supposed to do that. Have a schedule every day for your body, and so you're taking good care of your body, and you're taking good care of your stress with the breathing and the swimming. So I was thinking about you, and you said like every year your goal is less work, more family. Because before it was all family, it was all work and hardly any family. Now each year you're getting more and more time with your family, which I think is really important. And I was thinking earlier when you were talking, you were all together, your family was all together, you were one, you didn't have stress. So it seems like as you get older, you should all get back together again and work and just be together, so you don't have to have the stress at the end of your life too.
Well, you recreate what you have in the past. If back in the days I have my sisters and brothers and mom and dad, now I have my own family. I have my kids, my son, my daughter, my wife, so we can recreate what experience I have from the past. And the reason why I want to do that is for myself, but also to pass it to my kids. And I always tell them, just spend some time with your family, talk to them, listen to them. That's the most important part. Sometimes they, sometimes we don't think that they're listening.
Oh, they're always listening.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just learned it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they listen to you.
Mm-hmm.
They're listening. They have their own ideas in their heads, and when you hear them, you go crazy. You're like, wow, I didn't think it was that deep.
Yep.
Yeah, my youngest one went to this. He goes to church with his girlfriend, and they have what is it called when they go away? They have
Like a retreat
a
or
retreat.
something?
Yeah,
They
they
went
do
on a
have
retreat?
they
Yeah.
have a retreat, and one of them he came to the house. He went Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Then he came to the house, and my youngest one, Kevin, he said, "Dad, I need to talk to you guys." I'm like, okay, maybe he wants to say something about the retreat.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, Dad, I just want you guys to know that I'm so lucky that I have you as a parents.
Mm.
I'm like, okay.
How old is he?
18.
Yeah. Usually they don't figure that out till they have their own kids. So that's a good. That's good.
So what happened?
Mm-hmm.
That's the big question.
Mm-hmm.
He said, no, what happened is that we were all together and we were talking about it. And one of them was talking about the bad experience that they have with their parents.
Mm-hmm.
Some of their parents, went into alcohol. Mom was getting, hit, abused, and all
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So that every single person that went up there, they were talking about that experience, and I was just listening. But then I got worried because I knew it was gonna be my time to stand up and get up, and I didn't know what would I say? What would I say? I mean, I can't say that my dad drinks and hit my mom.
Mm-hmm.
So he got up, and he couldn't say anything related to alcohol and all that. And say my mom and my dad, they're just great and they support me, and I mean, I'm happy that I have them. And next thing you know, I started crying.
Mm.
And then he said, I just realized that what I have at home.
Mm-hmm.
And when he told me that, I'm like, oh gosh. I kind of turned around because I wanted to cry, but I was just like, wow. So kids really listen to you. I didn't know that it was that deep.
Right. Well, I don't think he knew until he started hearing other people's story, and then he's like, "Wow, my dad was really good. My mom was really good."
My two kids have that. They say it, but in a simple way. Oh, Dad, I'm lucky that you're letting me go out and you trust me. That's it. Nothing
Mm-hmm.
deep. But the way he said it, and the fact that he cried in front of girlfriend and all the people
Mm-hmm.
with him,
Mm-hmm.
that made me realize that wow, it shocked him.
Mm-hmm.
Like even though he knew they were all, just the regular parents, but he knew there was something more. Like there's more
Something,
love.
yeah.
He did something a little bit extra than the usual. I'm like wow. So I guess I'm not saying that I'm the best dad or we're the best parents, but whatever we're doing is decent enough for my own kids to come back to me and tell me stuff like that.
Yep. Well, I think you grew up with really good people, and then you had a near-death experience. You thought, and so you changed, and you said, and you realized what was important, and then you learned from your mistake. And my brother always says, make a bad thing a good thing. Mm-hmm. So that was a bad thing, but you turned it into a really good thing for many, many years. Mm-hmm. And so I think that's really special. And I know I've seen your wife and your two sons, and they're happy kids. I mean, they seem very happy, and you went to all their soccer games, and I think drove one of your sons all the way far away to college a few times, and you're very proud of them. So I can attest to that. So when thinking about your story, I was thinking a couple things, which is more than I usually ask people. But one is, what would you, right now with what you know, what would you say to your 8-year-old self? 8-year-old Carlos.
I will tell myself, look, whatever your mom and dad are telling you, believe it, because that's gonna drive you to successful in life. I think that's the first thing I will tell myself, because now when you're a kid, 8-year-old, you're not gonna say to yourself this what I just said, right? So now that I'm older, I think I won't even hesitate to say it to myself. Hey, you see what your mom and dad are telling you? You see the values? I mean, if you take those with you throughout your whole entire life, you're going to be okay.
You'll be okay.
So it's not like your mom and dad are telling you something just to, yeah, you're okay.
Mm-hmm.
No. So I will tell myself that, and I think that will put a big smile on myself
Mm-hmm.
as a 8-year-old.
But, you know, a lot of people don't have good parents. You do. So luckily you have good parents, so you could say that. So
Right.
that's a blessing. And so what would you say to yourself that when you were thought you were having the heart attack? What would you say to yourself now, to that guy, to that Carlos? I was just curious.
Right away, I will say to start to get to know you more and love you more. Because I think what happened there is I disconnected to myself and went into this world where if you don't drive a nice car or you don't have enough money, I mean, I went into that competition for a 2nd. Didn't last that much because I realized it. But that's what I will tell to myself. Why? Just don't go there.
Yeah, that's so smart. But you learned it anyway, but you would have learned it faster if you would have told yourself that at that point. But
Yes.
you did it.
Yes.
So that's really good because none of that material stuff matters.
No.
If you can have $1 billion, but if you don't have your health, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
You know, so I liked that. I also liked what your mother said. You said your mom would read the Bible to you, and she told God, please take care of my kids because you're the owner of my kids, so please take care of them. Like she trusted God to take care of you guys. So I found that very touching. So now, in your life now, what are your goals to do? Your kids are pretty much grown. What are your and Sylvia's plans for the future?
You got me there.
Yeah. I told you I might ask a question.
Because you work so hard for what you have right now that you're so passionate to it. My kids, the college, what are they doing in the future? So I got to be there for them when they need me. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's going to get to the time where my kids have to go. And I have to accept that. But I focus too much into what I have right now. Where do I go from here? It's like, I don't know, my projects, even when I have my construction projects, and I've been telling your husband and everybody, that if I go to bed thinking of what am I going to do the next day in the project or problems, I'm not going to sleep. That's the first thing. And I don't like that. So I just put it on the side. But the question you're asking me is, what do I do? Where do I go from here? I think it will be the same as I'm doing now. I mean, support my kids. There's another generation that's coming, which is grandkids.
Right.
I have a friend who his son just had a baby, and actually the baby is a girl, but she's like 2-3 years old. And I asked him, "How do you feel?" Because going back to your question, what's next? So I'm already
thinking about that.
thinking about
planning
what's going
it.
to happen. Yes.
Yeah.
So he asked me. He answered me like, "Okay, what did your granddaughter tell you when you saw it? How do you feel about that?" He's a contractor too. He's a good friend of mine. He said, "Carlos, when she looked at me and she said grandpa for the first time, I was born again as a dad. I thought I was the new dad. I mean, I'm the same reaction that I had with my kid. I'm having it right now with my daughter. So I'm thinking, oh gosh, that means all my grandkids or my grandson, my grandsons. My cycle is gonna start all over again. I want to take care of my grandsons.
And
Obviously, it's mom
hopefully
and
get a
dad job,
granddaughter.
but I can
Yeah.
grandson, granddaughters. If they need to go to soccer games, if mom and dad are busy, I can take care of them. If they have to go somewhere, I can take care of them. So I get the cycle start all over again. And what do I do with my grandsons and grandkids? I got to teach them what I know, whether I'm sure they will listen at least, and it just keep going.
Yeah. I hope you get granddaughters because you've had 2 sons, and there's really a special thing between the fathers and their daughters. You love your sons too, of course, but now you're going to have a granddaughter someday probably, and you'll get to experience that.
I know.
And she's going to be so spoiled. You know, this morning I do reading and stuff in the morning, and I love Mr. Rogers. I'd actually like to be a Mr. Rogers woman, you know, have a show one day and do that. But I was reading one of his sayings, and he said, all life events are formative. All contribute to what we become year by year as we go on growing. As my friend Kevin Koch once said, you aren't just the age you are all the ages you have ever been. And I thought that really fit you because, you're that little boy on the island, a fisherman, in this community of people and completely untainted by the world. And now you've gone through all these cycles, and then you're going to teach that to your kids and your grandkids, and it's going to go on and on. Mm-hmm. So I found that kind of fit for you today.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to say?
I think to close it up, I don't want to seem like the perfect guy that came here and say wonders about his life.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we will need another segment to go back to all the things that had happened, to cover to cover everything that I went through a lot of things before, a lot of sacrifices, a lot of hard work. And I think to make it simple, I will say to everybody up there not to give up, to love themselves. And sometimes you have bad energy with people around you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't hate them. It's their opinion. Just walk away from them and make your own decisions. Make your own decisions, because sometimes when you follow what, you never know who's going to tell you something. It could be negative, and you will follow it, and then at the end, it was your decision. Right. So going back to take care of yourself and love yourself, this is a time where you can just change your whole future.
One decision could change everything.
Yes. You got to
be careful.
Just be careful with that. And going back to not hating people, when somebody deserves something bad to you, all you have to do is walk away. Don't hate that person.
Don't waste your time thinking about it.
Maybe something happened to him that you don't know,
mm-hmm.
and that's why he gives those kind of advices or whatever he's trying to tell you. But like I said, I don't have enemies. Enemies in life, I don't have people that hate me, because even though somebody hate me, I will make it like me somehow.
I believe that.
Yeah, so that way, when I go and sleep at night, I'm okay. I know I'm trying to help. Sometimes you can't,
mm-hmm.
but I just want to make sure that it's not a perfect life, because you have to work really hard for it, really, really hard. And that's my advice.
It's good advice.
Mm-hmm.
I hope people heed that advice. Well, as my mother said a couple weeks before my little sister Lori died, she said, "You really are loved just the way you are, more than you know." And you're a forever friend, our friend.
Thank you.
Forever. So thank you so much for being on the show, and I really hope that this helps a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. And my $1 million present, my rock?
Yes, let's pick a rock. Close your eyes, pick one. Thanks for reminding me. You rock. You rock. That's a good one. I had a lot of those, but that's a good one. You do rock.
I rock.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
And for being such a good friend and become such a part of my family too, because my kid do ask for you guys.
And I think that's nice. Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go back to Panama, and we'll have an episode on Panama one time. That'd be really fun.
I would love that.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
If you like this episode, please subscribe. I appreciate it.